Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. In the vibrant mosaic of corporate leadership, let me introduce to you a luminary who has woven a tapestry of experience across diverse industries, Mr. Vinod Mathur. With an illustrious 31 years career, Mr. Mathur has navigated the intricate realms of fertilizers and chemicals, oil and gas, steel, thermal power, EPC, mining and metals, engineering design and consultancy businesses, leaving an indelible mark on each organization where he has worked. Currently, he is donning the hat of General Manager Human Resources at Jindal Saw Ltd, an OP Jindal Group gem nestled in the heart of Bhilwara in Rajasthan. Mr. Mathur spearheads the human resource function for a company which is deeply entrenched in the world of iron ore mining and pellet manufacturing. Originating from the tranquil town of Sambar Lake in Jaipur district, Rajasthan, Mr. Mathur's journey is nothing short of captivating. A commerce graduate from Rajasthan University, he further honed his skills with a postgraduate in personnel management from NIPM Kolkata and adorned his professional arsenal with talent management from the prestigious XLRI Jamshedpur. Mr. Mathur's footprint in the corporate landscape is studded with roles at great organizations such as Chambal Fertilizers, Punch Lloyd, SR Group, Adani Power, Golcha Group and CEG. His repertoire of expertise spans in the spectrum of HR functions, name it, and he has it. A true maestro in the orchestration of human resources, Mr. Mathur boasts the commendable achievement of managing substantial workforces, both blue collar and white collar, with a remarkable capstone overseeing up to 25,000 personnel at a single location in India. His global expedition includes the successful navigation of HR functions for an EPC project overseas in the enchanting landscape of Kazakhstan. As we welcome Mr. Vinod Mathur to our Learning from Leaders series, we anticipate a masterclass in leadership and human resource management sprinkled with anecdotes from his kaleidoscopic journey. Join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Mathur, a leader whose story promises to both captivate and illuminate the intricacies of leadership in the ever-evolving corporate realm. Welcome to our series, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Vinay.
Sir, I would like to ask you one very important question that I feel our viewers would want to know. That in the context of aligning employees' performance and goals with the organizational objectives, it is widely understood that both performance management and performance appraisals, they play crucial roles.
Right.
However, modern HR practices often emphasize the adaptability and multidimensional nature of performance management.
Right.
So, this is always a dichotomy that is the terminology so important? But my question to you is, could you share your perspective on whether you agree that performance management is very important in all the renowned corporates where you worked, and what implications does it hold for individuals within the organizations?
Yes, Vinay, I fully agree that there has to be a performance management system, a well-defined performance management system in any organization.
Right.
It helps the organization to achieve its goals and objectives. Every organization, it has a very unique set of goals and set objectives which cannot be achieved unless you have a well-defined performance management system. Performance appraisal, as we all know, that it only serves the, it only gives the an overview about an employee's performance in the, in the past year. It is about past basically,
right,
when we say. But if you talk about present and future, so only performance management system that helps, cause this there is a continuous communication in the performance management system. It also gives an organization an overview about an employee's personal aspirations,
Okay.
which are again very important. When you want to achieve an organization objective or organization's goal, then what an employee, what he is thinking, what he or she is thinking and what is their way, how the organization will achieve the that is also very important to know.
Absolutely.
So a well-defined performance management system, it definitely helps this.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
This
sir,
is-
could you share that, in any, whether at SR or
Yeah.
another organization, whether you implemented or made some changes for this kind of evaluation of the employees?
See, during my entire tenure of 31 years with different organizations, I have been working since when there was only a basic performance appraisal system used to be there in any organization.
Superior rating.
Yeah, so it was the which the supervisor used to rate and his subordinate, and then the increment. So it was only basically related with the increment and promotions and all.
Right.
But later, when I joined like a group like SR group, where I saw lot many changes. There were every time there were processes involved, the performance management system and processes, which allows an employee to have a regular communication with his manager. So it was not only that at the end of the year or in the mid-year there is a review. You need to say what kind of achievement you have done, or whether your targets are achieved or not.
Right.
So there were all the year there were several processes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, our viewers should note this, that when we talk about performance management, it is an ongoing process.
Correct.
Where regularly they have to be on their toes, and whatever outstanding work they do,
Yeah.
that gets noticed right there, and they get recognized for it, not just once a year that used to happen earlier in
Correct.
case of performance appraisal.
Yes.
So, sir, in the past, our emphasis primarily used to be on skill development. Like,
Correct.
I've been running my training company since more than a decade, and it was always that if the skills are developed, people would become employable, etc. But nowadays, the focus has shifted towards enhancing the competencies, which encompasses skills, knowledge, attributes, behaviors that collectively empower individuals
Correct.
to execute the tasks and the activities effectively. So I understand that you have implemented capabilities and competencies framework in your previous organization.
Right.
So could you tell our viewers something about it?
Right. So as you said, yes, earlier it was that a person is technically competent,
Right.
then he is fit for a particular role. But in nowadays, in present context, if we talk about, then a person's technical abilities or is not only sufficient.
Right.
A person has to be equally good in his behavioral competencies.
Right.
So, in many of the organizations where I've worked, so all 50-50, it is given the weightage for the technical and the behavioral competencies.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, if we say that, okay, what are those behavioral competencies what one should have to get succeed in this role or in his professional journey?
Right.
So there are first of all, it is definitely a role based.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So when we do the competency assessment, yes, I have been a part of a large HR team in my previous organization where we implemented competencies and capability framework.
Okay.
The first process was to identify the capabilities of the organization.
Right.
Okay. What are those capabilities which an organization required, to achieve its objective.
Right.
Right. So a big exercise was done, and we could identify, okay, these are our 6 capabilities which will be, ensuring that our people should have these, and the associated competency framework was designed. I was just a part of a large team. So yes, it helps a lot. We introduce this capabilities competency framework in all our HR processes, right from hiring to every HR process, whether it is promotion, whether it is performance appraisal, whether it is training need identification,
Okay.
even. Yeah. So because earlier I know the training, what kind of training was conducted. A supervisor just see, okay, this I should send this person for this training program.
Yeah.
So those kind of even I have also attended many such trainings. But later, when this we implemented this behavioral competency based this system in our HR processes, then yes, I came to know, yes, really the person should have focused on the desired competency, and in that only employee should be trained.
Great. So, I have a subsequent question related to this. Based on your vast experience, which are the top one or two competencies which you feel every professional must have, which will help him or her succeed?
See, you are asking one or two. I say it's a long list of competencies which one should have. Yes, but definitely nowadays one should be adapting and the change management.
Okay.
So the people are definitely need to adapt, should be adaptive and ready for any change. That is why. Second is collaboration.
Oh.
So an individual cannot achieve any goal unless he has a collaboration with people.
Absolutely.
So that has to be there. A good communication. Yes, I must talk about teamwork. Yes, a person should be a team player as well as he should be a team leader.
Right.
So we have all those competencies: leadership, negotiation. All those things. Yes, they are definitely important. But yes, continuous communication with your superior, with your peers, and with your who are the stakeholders are there. That is very important.
Great. So we have one clear-cut learning for the viewers from this answer that we have received from Mr. Vinod Mathur, that definitely today, besides technical, behavioral competencies are also very important. And if we talk about particular behavioral competencies, he has identified 2-3 of them which are very important. One, adaptability to change and resilience. Second, collaborating. So without collaboration, the win-win situation does not happen. And thirdly, communicating effectively with all the stakeholders, not just the seniors or the subordinates, but also the peers, internal and external stakeholders. Besides, of course, others like leadership, negotiation, etc., which are also required. Next, sir, what I would like to know is that as a leader, when considering the employee reward and recognition programs, there is this ongoing debate that we have about the significance of non-monetary versus monetary incentives. In fact, how do you navigate this balance in your leadership approach, recognizing that both types of rewards are important for employees, and what strategies you might have put into place which foster a very positive and motivated work culture?
Yes. So when we talk about non-monetary and monetary reward, it is very acceptable fact that at the end of the day everyone is looking for money, but every time the money won't help you.
Right.
If your suppose peers and your colleagues, your boss, or if they are not according to your behavior, then definitely you don't want to be in that team.
True.
So when we talk about workplace culture, so in my career I have seen this thing that yes, the people are also motivated through non-monetary rewards. It could be a pat on the back, or praising someone in the team. In some of the organizations where I worked, there used to be a spot recognition award.
Oh.
Right. So spot recognition is basically because the recognition has to be, a person should get the recognition when he has achieved something.
Very true.
It should not take a month time or a year time when the annual day will come and we will reward.
Okay.
Right. So a scheme like spot recognition, where the HODs are empowered to reward someone if somebody has achieved, and later on the process can be completed. Right. So and there could be the other way, like taking your team for a lunch, or celebrating small achievements. These could give a lot of motivation and it creates a very good work culture.
True.
People often wanted to get reward for their achievement, yes, but in many organizations they feel, okay, whatever he has done, that was his duty. but it is not like that. You know,
Yeah.
everybody want an appreciation for his or her achievement, so that has to be given instantly.
Especially, I think that those employees who are not just fulfilling their duties and responsibilities, but they are doing something extra. They are going the
Correct.
extra mile. So,
So-
they need to be immediately
So
rewarded and
extra miles
appreciated.
need to be rewarded accordingly as somebody has achieved
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah. So the practicing managers can learn this from Mr. Mathur, that only the monetary awards do not fulfill the needs of the employees. If we refer to Maslow, there is self-esteem,
Yes.
there is security, and then finally there is self-actualization also that some people desire. So we can look at the other ways of rewarding and motivating people and build up that kind of vibrant culture that everyone gets up in the morning and feels like going to work, so that they have something new to look forward to.
I'll share one very small example in one of my previous organizations.
Sure.
So we were having a competitor company which was much larger than us,
Okay.
but people, wanted to stay in that organization. Even I myself got an opportunity in that organization in our competitor's company, but I never wanted, because the best part what I liked about that organization is the freedom to work. So
Right.
that, in there you have a set of process and systems, and you have to just enter in that. So I didn't like that, and I never resigned from this company and gone there because of this purpose only.
Sir, I have interacted with some of your subordinates, and they were very much praising you that you always give credit to your team members. So, I was reminded when I first heard about this that even Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who has been my role model, he used to talk about Professor Satish Dhawan. Then if somebody made a mistake, like APJ himself was not successful with the missile launch initially, so Mr. Dhawan took the blame on himself.
Correct.
But later on, when APJ was successful, Mr. Dhawan said, now you go and address the press conference and take the credit. So how do you do this? Because there is this similarity I found in your style and his.
See, this is a very simple thing. What we do, what we see our parents doing, right? I have learned this from the leaders under whom I have worked.
Oh,
Yeah?
okay.
I have been worked with the few of the very great leaders, HR leaders, I would say, and I have seen that their working style, how they work, how they appreciated me.
Right.
So this has given me a lot of influence to their leadership style has influenced me to do this.
So don't you feel insecure that you're giving all the credit
Not
to your
at all.
subordinates?
Not at all. Whatever I have, that is with me. Whatever my team members, whatever they so if they otherwise they will not be motivated to do better in the.
So this is a very important point that I want my viewers to take from this interview, that never be insecure if you are
Not at
capable.
all.
Instead, if you are a true leader, you must empower and give appreciation to your team members.
This helps a lot.
So my last question to you would be related to a generational gap while managing the human resources. Now, you and I, we both belong to Generation X,
Right.
and you are managing Generation Y, Generation Z, Alpha is getting ready, they are still in school, Beta is just born. So what are the things that you have kept in mind while dealing with different types of generation that will help retain them with your organization?
Yes. You rightly said, Vinaji, that dealing with different generations. Okay, when we talk about so when I was manager, I was dealing with the Gen Y people working under me.
Okay.
So that then I started realizing, okay, the way I was treated by my superior is not the
Not
way
going to work.
how I have to. So that is not going to work. I need to have a different strategy because they have different aspirations altogether.
Absolutely.
Right? Whether we talk about compensation benefits, we talk about learning opportunity in the organization, we talk about and working culture. They have very high aspirations. They're coming up with because nowadays you see the people coming from IITs and all top institutions to the organization. Earlier there used to be very few.
Yes.
So the generation which is coming up nowadays who are going to join the organization or who are already there. So there is a big difference how to, so the organization definitely have to make strategy how to retain such people, how to get utilized. It is very difficult for everyone to manage, such kind of people.
Right. So I think one of the things which most of the managers like you are doing, you are assessing their talent and then you are giving them roles and responsibilities according to their potential. So
Yes.
that gives them the job satisfaction and the probability is higher that they stick on.
If it is not done, then they are not going to continue with the organization.
True.
Organization also have to focus on employee engagement.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So often when we talk about employee engagement, we know very well there are 6 drivers which are the any individual can be assessed into that whether a person is engaged or disengaged with the organization. Right. So the working environment in the organization, the people with whom they are working, what kind of reward and recognition programs are there, what are the learning opportunities in the organization,
very important,
and compensation and benefits also. Because the problem which Gen Y face, they are not going to face such issues. They are already born with the silver spoon kind of people.
Absolutely.
Right? So they need to be taken care into different, altogether different aspects. Right.
I am reminded from your 6 drivers that once when I was an HR head and I was interviewing a person from Generation Z, I asked him the simple question that how can we be sure about your loyalty? How long will you stick on? Sir, you would be surprised to know he said to me, ma'am, loyalty is for dogs. I am a lion. You throw me meat and I will stay. You don't feed me and I will leave. Yes. I mean, this is the type of generation.
They will give you answer like that only. So it has to be very systematically planned. We need to keep doing this employee engagement survey and what kind of people are engaged or disengaged, what are the reasons for their disengagement.
So this continuous effort is required by all the managers, practicing managers, so that they have a fair enough idea that what is the requirement of the various generations which are working under them. So thank you so much, sir, for all the knowledge and your experience which you have shared with us. And we are really grateful to you for taking the time out during this vacation season, vacation time, to come and join us for Learning from Leaders series. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
So to summarize the interaction with Mr. Vinod Mathur today, there are few key takeaways. Number 1, the personal aspiration of the employees needs to be kept into view so that not just the organization achieves its vision and mission, but the individual also is able to attain his objectives. And for that, it has to be an ongoing process so that the individual's recognition is on the spot and it is a kind of reinforcement and a motivation for the employee. Thirdly, Mr. Mathur has also mentioned that technical competencies along with behavioral competencies are both being considered for evaluating a person and therefore both need to be developed. In the behavioral competencies, 3 important competencies have been pointed out which people must develop. Number 1, adaptability as per the change which is happening, collaboration and communication with all the stakeholders. The next important learning is not everyone is motivated by money alone. There are different needs of different people and therefore the organization and managers need to keep thinking about different ways of motivating the employees through non-monetary ways also. For example, providing them with flexibility, freedom, praising them, giving them the credit, etc. Another learning is that the mentors teach us a lot and therefore as a leader you must be very observant and taken from them as much as possible and that helps you grow. Another learning is that employee engagement is very essential, especially for managing generations which are new and upcoming, because they need to feel engaged. Only then they are going to stay on. Thank you.